back in 2 Samuel 22 and 33. It says, Yahweh is my strength and power.
So you see that? So he wasn't proud, man. With the strength he had. Imagine if you had strength like that. You'd be caught up in the gym, trying to be the strongest man on the planet, trying to get that money. You know? You'd be a pride. You'd be walking around the street thinking, yeah, let me try and fight something. Yeah. Or you'd be looking around thinking, what, mate, what? No. But he wasn't even like that. His trust was in the Most High. Which is great, man, which is such a great example, man, of guys in the truth, and you're strong, but then you don't know how to humble your fucking self.
Yeah. And then it just goes to show you that David had great discipline, that kind of power.
Right. Imagine that you headlock in a grizzly bear, man. You wrestling him, you playing with him. The bear might go to grab you, might grab his paw and bring it down. One man couldn't do that now. Even a strong man couldn't do that now. He get ripped to pieces, man. He gets arse ripped off. Man.
It says, Yahweh is my strength and power. He maketh my way perfect.
Right.
He maketh my feet like hinds' feet.
They said, maketh my way perfect, man.
And setteth me upon high places.
Right.
He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken in mine arms.
So you see that, he had a bow of steel. So men back then, they created weapons that was made of steel. So they knew how to extract steel from the earth and create it into a weapon, to a bow, to an instrument of war, right? And steel is very hard, man. And to break it with just your forearm. So that shows that David would train. Before he went into battle, he would train. He would, you know what I'm saying? He would train with the beasts in the field. He would practice his strength on certain minerals, certain minerals, man, like steel. Alright? So he would know his strength, he would know the boundaries of his strength. So David knew that, yeah, the Most High don't bless me with strength. Alright? That's why defeating the Philistines was easy for him. But Israel had a real problem with the Philistines during that time, man. But the Philistines were a warrior. They were carnage warriors, man. Alright? But the Most High said, you know what? I'm gonna raise up David and he's gonna handle them. He's gonna handle them. Right? It
says, Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They look.
No. Go from verse 36.
Verse 2 Samuel 22 and 36. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy gentleness hath made me great.
Right, so because when you're in the scriptures, right, thy gentleness has made me great. What's the gentleness? Talking about this word, man. Alright? Because this word humbles you. It makes you deep, it makes you think upon your way. It makes you meditate. Alright? Because if David didn't have this truth, alright, he would probably be lifted up with pride. Like Goliath, man. Goliath, he didn't have the word of the Lord. He was proud. He was boasting. He was boasting in the name in his heathenistic language, in his gods, man. He was like, yeah, what can you Israelites do to me in the name of their God? You know, speaking his Hamite language. Because it tells you he was cursing in the name of his gods, man. So he was proud. And then moments later, his head was separated from his shoulders, man, by David. Moments later. So he spoke of great pride against Yasharallah. Alright? So that shows you that David was a man of humility. Go ahead.
Verse 37. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, so that my feet did not slip. Right. I have pursued mine enemies and destroyed them, and turned not again until I had consumed them.
Right, so he didn't show any mercy to the enemy. Right? When David was on the battlefield, his mentality was, listen, we're going to show them no mercy because they wouldn't have shown us none. If we were in their feet, they wouldn't have shown us no mercy. They would have burned the houses, take our women as slaves, or worse, man. Alright? Taking us prisoner, burnt down the temple. Everything, man. So he showed no mercy unto the nations. Go ahead. And that's how you're supposed to be. Our people are very gentle, and very merciful towards the other nations that have caused us the greatest pain. When you look at our ancestors weren't like that, man. Our ancestors weren't like that. So that shows you that we were very different from former times, man. The way we are now is very different from how we once was, man.
What it is that our people, the reason why our people are like that is our people have been pretty much jacked up for 500 plus years now. You know, so when you under the master, you know what I'm saying, for 500 years, and he's pretty much doing all that he can to exploit you or hurt you, and he keeps doing that, you become immune to it. Like the apostle, Sahaba's going into that, man. That's why you got certain guys out there that's got called Stockholm syndrome. Yep. All right, and when you look at the term Stockholm syndrome, it means a woman or even a man that fell in love with his capture.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just the whole thing about it, and that's why you got our people. They merciful to the other nations and all of that, because they got that Stockholm syndrome, man. But our people, our ancestors, if you read in the Bible, King David, to be exact as well, he didn't have no mercy on the other nations. His thing was like, okay, you saying fuck me, fuck you too. I'm gonna jack you up, and we got that spirit on us right now. All of the brothers that's in the know, that's in the truth, we got that mentality, man. We got the mentality of our old ancestors. Okay, so that's the whole thing about that, man. I mean, if you come in the spirit of saving the whole entire world, man, and you nothing but a damn snake. You're a snake in the mind, man. Another thing that the street shows you how to be is to have a ruling class mentality. Okay, because we're going to be ruling in the kingdom anyway. So we might as well just get started. We might as well just get our minds structured before that time comes. Anyway.
It's right, man. Our ancestors back then, they knew what it's like to kill a man.
Yep.
How many brothers out there know what it's like to actually kill a man? Actually take something sharp and thrust it in a man's flesh and watch his eyes dim and watch him die and bleed out. David knew what that was like to kill a man. He killed many men. He had many bodies on him, man. King David, he was a murderer on the battlefield, man. A cold-blooded killer. Right? He was like a beast. He fight with beasts. He play with them. So he took that same beast mode into the battlefield. So imagine what he do to the enemy. He do to them what a beast. When that bear attack you, bear don't show you no mercy.
Right.
Bear don't think, he seem like a nice.
If the Lord is with him.
He seem like a nice. He's probably got kids, man. I don't want to do that to you. Bear will rush you and kill you and feed you to his children. Don't care, because he look at you like you're prey. Don't care about your kids or your wife, or you got bills to pay. Right? That's what King David did to the Philistine, man. Don't care about their kids, because he killed. That means he killed many fathers, many sons,
cousins,
many nephews. He left a lot of Philistine women as widows, man. He left them as widows. He left a lot of Philistine children as orphans. He took many lives on the battlefield. That's why the Most High told David, listen, I don't want you to build up the temple. Because you got too much blood, you got too much blood on you. He was a bloody man. King David, he wasn't no nice guy, man. He wasn't no Saul. He wasn't no nice guy, excuse my language. He was hard. He was a hard man. Alright? Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead. So you have to understand our fathers, they were battle-driven men, man. Alright? You knew what it was like to kill a man. That's why when you see certain man getting emotional about the rape issue, right. I'm looking at him thinking, I don't think you understand our ancestors, man. Yeah. You don't understand how it was back then. You think King David was sweet-talking people? He just took women, like what he did to Bathsheba. He didn't ask her, he just took her. Even though she belonged to what's his name, Uriah. Right. Just took her, man. She was wicked. She could have screamed out. She could have said, Lord, don't do this wicked thing. She saw the power that King David. She heard about his fame, and she just went with it, man. Man, she was wicked. Because the scripture says, if a man see a woman that's betrothed, she meant to scream. She didn't do that. She just went with it. So she was wicked. because what King David did was grab her up. He told somebody to go and bring her. So she could have said no right from the jump. He said, no, I got a husband. But she followed through because she was wicked. She probably lost it for David the whole long. You know, women think about, oh, King David, oh, you know, shout about him and thing. You know? But go ahead, man.
Verse 39. And I have consumed them and wounded them, that they could not arise. Yea, they are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength to battle.
Right.
Them that rose up against me hast thou subdued under me.
So he understood subdue the enemy. And that they were the enemy. And he told his men that we're going to war against our enemies. Them who seek our lives and the lives of our children. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna run over there, we're gonna put them down. We'll put the murder game down on them. Alright? And the Judah Benjamin man were like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Serious, sword, girded up, you know?
You're ready to go.
Ready. You know, you had to be in that mindset. Because they were like, I'm a bad man or nothing like that. It was a thing where you had to do it because you have to protect the lives of your children, your wives, you know what I'm saying? The temple, you have to protect your nation, your inheritance.
You know it too as well, you know, to cut the brother in on me, I don't need to cut the brother like that. But just to interject real shortly, this could be a very great movie to see.
Yeah.
Okay, but guess what? Hollywood, because see, check this out, right? Them Hollywood movie stars, they say that they're Jews, right? How come we haven't seen that one movie of King David?
Yeah.
And Sam, that would be a badass movie right there, man. Because I'm just thinking about that shit. The spirit, right? And it's like a movie.
Yeah.
That you have to see. You know,
Yeah, Richie.
Right.
The little white boy, them. The little white boys, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so, you know, hey man, and this is the thing, like this Bible, like I'm gonna go back and say, this is our history. Okay, this ain't the so-called white man's book, man. You got the ones about people, they say, well, the Bible, you know, that's a so-called white man's book. No, it's not, man. This book condemns the so-called white man, by the way. All right. So if you really want to get yourself back in order, or what was set in the mind, you gotta leave out Esau's bullshit dogma,
right.
and revert back to this, man.
Right.
That, like the scripture says, search ye out your fathers.
I'm on that fool.
Okay, so that you don't the old path. Seek out the old path,
Right.
which is the way which
that's
leadeth,
good.
right, the way that which is good. So this is it right here.
Right.
And just like you were saying about subdue,
Right.
this is Psalms 47, verse 2 and 3. It says, for our Most High is terrible, he is a great king over all the earth.
Right.
He shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet.
So that's the spiritual power.
Yeah.
Because remember, when we read about King David, that he's a big man. He's the least of what among us is gonna be like the least. So imagine what the greatest is gonna be, man. He's gonna be a savage, beast, predator, psycho, man. Or a hybrid man. A hybrid. You understand? Some crazy alien. You might have 4 heads in that, man. 6 arms in that. I'm joking.
That's all right.
What piece?
Isaiah 47 and 3.
Right.
The nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Right.
I will take vengeance and not meet to a man.
Right. So the scripture said the Most High is not going to meet Babylon as a man like he did 2,000 years ago. He's going to come with an incorruptible, all right, celestial force, man. Okay, that's how he's going to meet the corruption of this present world, man, and us too, all right. Because when we get delivered, we're going to come back down as New Jerusalem according to Revelation 21, and that's when it says the meek shall inherit what? The earth, man. Alright? Because we're going to take this earth down. Not by flesh and blood.
Right.
That's why what the scripture say. It said flesh and blood will not inherit what?
The
Kingdom. So we need what? The celestial, incorruptible bodies to take over the kingdom to come, man. Don't have no wickedness, no flesh and blood, which is subject to vanity, to take over the kingdom. Alright?
Darkness.
Exactly. Don't change the darkness. Meaning all this needs to change right here. This mind, this body, this flesh needs everything needs to change, man. And you need to take on a new mind, a new body, everything to inherit the world to come. Because the world to come is going to be established in everlasting righteousness. So even King David, as mighty as he was still wicked. He still did acts of wickedness. 3 times did he sin. 3 times, man. Alright? So we're going to be better than David when the time comes. Alright? But wait, you read it.
Yeah, I got it.
You read it, yeah?
This is 2 Samuel 22:38. And I have pursued mine enemies and destroyed them.
So he pursued them. Meaning they were running. They were running away.
Sounds like he's
They were running. When they saw King David, they were like, they had their swords, they had their armor. King David was in the spirit on the battlefield, man. He was in that bear mode, that lion mode. He was grabbing man, flinging him, grabbing him, just break his neck, fling him, stab up next man, take him out, floor him next man, run through next man, slice 2 man, slice 3 man, next man. And he had his man right behind him. Like it was nothing. So most of the time, the men didn't even need to do anything. Because King David was just murking them. Just murking the enemy. Alright? And his men had to be battle-driven warriors too, to roll with David. You understand? Because how can you be a battle-driven warrior and all the men with you the whole week? They're gonna have to be trained too. You're gonna have to boost them up and upgrade them too.
Because I mean, when you compare the men back in the ancient world, and this just goes to show you that mankind and everything in its existence is declining. Because mankind back then, they had courage, they had heart, okay, and they were high in stature and everything. But when you look at right now, everything's dwindling downhill. Okay, the height of man back then was like what? On average, 12 feet tall, 15 feet tall, or what have you. Now, you look at the average man today, he's standing what, a mere 5 foot. Okay, or 5'8.5" or something like that. And when you look at the food is dwindling down. So everything's declining. Mankind has been declining throughout the process, throughout the millenniums. When Esau teach the people that pretty much things are getting better and better due to this technology. But guess what? You had technology back then. Okay? And I mean, what just goes to further show what I'm saying is because you got these Edomites here that are in power, but yet they're going all the way back to that stupid, that mindset of being stupid like they were back in the Caucasus Mountains. Okay, here it is Jake, because I mean if you look at Jake, you got some Jakes that are kind of acting simple, but you got a lot of our people that are waking up to what's really going on. And we're getting serious now. All of that clubbing and dilly-dallying, that's out of the way now. Now we reverting back to the truth and what's going on and what's going to happen. Okay? And you know, I want to read a couple of verses, then I'm going to bring it back to the brother. Brother, if you can give me Jeremiah 51, because we're talking about the strength of David, right?
Hold it.
Yeah. Like we're going into about David, on how David, he pretty much went through like it's nothing throughout all of those other nations that he went to war against. And guess what? That's going to return back all over again. Because when you read the book of Jeremiah 51, it tells you on how the Lord will make us liken unto a battle axe of weapons of war. Okay, and we're going to take down all of these other nations, man. Okay, so in order for that to happen, the Most High has to develop a cold spirit on you. And we already got that spirit already. We already got that mindset already. Okay, we don't care about the majority of these people, man.
Right.
We don't care about these little young ones out here. Okay, because we know that the majority are going to perish due to their sin, their transgression. We don't even give 2 damns about the 2/3 of our own people. Okay, only people that we care about is the elect, that's it. So we already have that cold spirit in us, man. Okay, if there was a so-called European with his head chopped off, that wouldn't affect me at all. You feel what I'm saying? It wouldn't affect me because I'm already mentally there already. You know, and we already mentally there. So the Most High's put that warrior mind state in us. So if we see certain things, we won't get all messed up over it, man. So read that.
Right, this is Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Right, it says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. So the Lord is going to turn us into war instruments, man. Okay, go on.
For with thee I will break in pieces the nation.
Right, so the Lord is going to use the nation of Israel to break in pieces all of the people. Turn this around, brother. Water. All of these nations that you see on the side there, every last one of them, we're going to pay them a visit.
Right.
And when we pay them, when we pay their ass a visit, they're going to be chopped down, man. They're going to be destroyed and they're going to be distorted, and they're going to have to come and submit under the men of God, man. That's what it's going to go down. Okay, and these pigskin looking Edomites over here, okay, they're going to be out of it, man. They're going to be out of it. All of these nations that you see on that sign, they're going to be subdued under the power and might of Israel, okay, by the influence of the power of Yahweh Baal Shem. That's what's going to go down. And we're reading the book, we're reading our history, and we're reading also what's going to happen to us in the future.
Right.
Okay, go on.
And with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider.
Right, so we're going to break through many kingdoms, man. And Yahweh Shah is going to be in the midst. You better believe that Yahweh Shah is going to be in the midst of that right there. Okay, we're going to break through kingdoms. We're going to go to different lands, and we're going to subjugate these other nations. That's the beginning part of the kingdom. The beginning part of the kingdom is subduing these other nations, whooping their asses, get their asses in check like what they did to us. Okay, and make them understand the fear of the Lord himself. And in that way, once you instill fear in the people, they would have to submit. Especially if they see the overriding power that you're going to come with, man. Okay, or that we are going to come with. Go on.
And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Right, the chariot and his rider. Go on.
And with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman.
Right.
And with thee will I break in pieces old and young.
Right, man and woman. So like you were saying, brother, David was the emotionless man.
Right.
Because it's the scripture says you will break in pieces man and woman and what?
And with thee will I break in pieces old and young.
Old and young. Go on.
And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid.
Right, the young man and the young woman. So we're going to break everybody down, man.
Right.
You know, without giving a two damns.
Right.
We're not going to give a shit on who gets subdued. It could be a little young one or a little baby girl. We don't give it. Hey, the scripture says she's going to break in pieces the young man and the maid.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. So the Most High is going to put that ancient warrior spirit back on our people, on the elect, should I say. Okay, and we gonna get busy. Okay, go on.
And will I also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock.
Right, and the shepherd and his flock. Go on.
And with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen.
Yep, go on.
And with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
Right, so even the people that are keepers of the sheep or cattle, we're gonna break him so we can take his sheep and his cattle. There's a scripture that says that all of we're gonna suck the breast of the other nations. Figuratively speaking. Let's get some understanding here. Okay, what that goes into is how we're gonna take all of the riches of the other nations.
Right.
That's what that's going into. It don't actually mean sucking the breast, literally. It just means that we're gonna take all of the possessions and we're gonna wear it upon us.
Right.
That's what that goes into. Go on.
And it says, and I will render unto Babylon,
Right.
unto the inhabitants of Chaldea.
Right, that's it on that.
You know? See? That's a spiritual power, God. The Most High gonna make us bigger. He's gonna give us a body, alright? That no man, no weapon can break, man. No weapon will prosper against us, man. When that time comes, no nuclear missile or bullet, alright? But if you make weapons about Superman and Man of Steel,
You get them
ships in there, man.
Yeah, man.
You think there's Esau's wild and magic? No, he gets it from the scripture.
Yep.
He gets it from us. He knows the blessing we're going to receive. See it? He knows we're going to be indestructible when that time comes. It will be like a hurricane. It will be like all them. See hurricanes that mash up the Dominican island, and you see them all them hurricanes. We're going to be like all them hurricanes combined, man. We take over. It's going to be like all them hurricanes combined. Hurricane Ivor, Hurricane, all of them different hurricanes, man.
You know what, too, brother? And since we're gonna come in that kind of power, them other nations, they gonna fear Israel. They gonna have to fear Israel because if we're coming like hurricanes and lightning, come on, man, they're gonna be subdued. They gonna have to bow down, man. They're gonna have to. Go on, bro.
Automatic, man.
My bad.
But let me just read this about David, right? one quick verse. 2 Samuel chapter 4 verse 12. And David commanded his young men, and they slew them and cut off their hands and their feet and hanged them up over the pool in Hebron. But they took the head of Ishbosheth and buried it in the sepulchre of Abner in Hebron. So that shows you that even the young men in Israel, they had to be hard, man. They had to have a ruthless mentality. King David said he commanded his young men to cut off the feet and the hands of the guy and bury hang the rest of him over the pool, man. Like it was nothing. So even the young men had to get recruited in, okay, and know the way of the warrior, man. All right. Regardless of what the Israelite woman like to nurture a child, she's too young. You know what I'm saying? Like when you watch that movie 300, right? When a child was young, they took him and sent him in the wilderness. And then the mother was all screaming and there was the servants holding her back and thing. But he had to go and go because it's time for him to be a man now. You had to follow that line,
You had to bring back a head of a wolf or something like that.
Yeah, you had to do something. Alright? To show his man. So and you could have refrained, you could have said, no, I don't want to do it, man. Because people will look at you like you're weak. And you lose respect. So you had to do it. It's something you had to do.
Say something. That's the moment. That's our people.
So Israelites. The Spartans were Israelites. Alright? And they were into that Greek way. Right? Okay? So and they were warriors, man. Okay?
Much space left.
So
Space equal. Shoulder.
Yeah, chest. That's right. Wait.
Yeah, because that film 300, I was in a power shop and it was there. All strip back. I thought, let me buy it. I bought it. I ain't watched it yet. I'm watching tonight, man. Hey, that was literally last week. I saw it. Pound shop, man. A pound.
Yeah, because they had no room for weakness, man. They had no room for weakness. Alright? Because Jake goes in, man.
Yeah.
Especially in the gym. When you read Mike Rashid and CT Fletcher, them man go in, man. The man goes so in that Esau wanna join and imitate, man. You know? Because Jake bring that flavor to the gym, man. You can't lift that, man. You know, you make it look like a fool. You can't lift it. Make it bad, man. It's like a weak, man. You can't even lift that. You can't lift no more. You know what I'm saying? So Jay goes in on the alpha masculinity, man. Because that's in our nature. And you know, you got certain people that hate us for our arrogance, for our ego. It's our nature to be like that, man. Because we're alpha males. We're born, we're bloodline alpha males. That's how we are.
And you know what, too, I'm going to take it a step higher, too, because when you look at Jacob, what did Jacob do? Why did the Lord change Jacob's name to Israel? Because he wrestled with the angel.
Right.
So Jake got that wrestling spirit on him. In order for you to have that wrestling spirit, you gotta have that alpha male spirit on him. You can't have that weak, pansy, gentleman spirit. No, especially back then in the ancient world. Oh no.
You know, because the black male, you have to understand, he is the symbol of alpha masculinity. You know, his body shape, he's got that round, muscular, that toned, and it's like a blood, it's like a gene thing. Our genes are very strong. You understand? I'll keep it real. You see the West African, you can see them, they're very muscular, man. You understand? Even when you look at the black woman, if you look at her body shape, it's muscular, like legs and that. It's thighs, it's muscular. It's not blood like the white woman. Like or who else, man? Or like the East Indian woman. Like if you see them, their body's kind of like a badger, man. Like some funny shape. Yeah, like if you look at them, it's not shaped proper. When you look at the black woman and the black so-called black man, it's like a gene thing, man. That muscles is a part of our genes, man. So that's now. So imagine what was like 3,000 years ago, during the time of David, man. Imagine what the black woman was looking like back then.
It's about what the brother was saying, because when I was a teenager, when I was a so-called teenager in school, right? there was this one Jake, and me and him, we was cool, right? And I used to say to the man, how you get those muscles, man? You work out, right? You guess what he said? He said, nah, I never worked out in my life, because he's already got that natural building.
Yeah.
I ain't seen not one young Edomite have that built naturally. They never seen that.
Right.
They gotta work their asses off to get that.
With steroids.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this brother right here, you look at this brother, he's kind of masculine, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of got that the muscles and all of that. But this brother don't really work out that much. You know? Same thing with me. I could lift weights in just, a few hours and I'm big. You know what I mean? Because we got those sheets. Like the brother was saying.
We got good. In other nations, they desire us, but they don't get with us because they know we're looked down upon. You get what I'm saying? And the women of the other nations. That's why they walk past the camp and they look at us. Because they know that, it's like an alpha male thing. Okay?
Stab them. You know what I mean?
Right. You get what I'm saying? But, we're reading about King David, right? But let me tell you something about King David, man. He broke steel with his arm, man. Just boom, and then it was like a big dent in the bowl. Like the bowl is bent, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So imagine what he would do to bones. If he could do that to steel, what do you think he could do to a man's bones, to flesh and blood, man? If he can break steel, like a nothing. Like it was nothing.
Out of all the metals, that still has got the strongest atomic bond.
Yeah. So imagine what he could do to a man's neck. Boom! His neck would just, his jaw is missing. His jaw is missing off his head. Like. Imagine what he's doing on the back. He doesn't even need sword. He doesn't even need the blood clot sword, man. He just come on the battlefield and start murking, man. Yeah.
Smack him upside
Just kill him. But just smack him, and his head just go flying over there, son. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, this is 2 Samuel 22:38. I have pursued mine enemies and destroyed them, and turned them not again until I consume them.
So they were running away from him. When they saw David, when they saw the crown on the battlefield, they were like, oh shit. They got nervous. Their knees was kind of like, they were thinking twice, like on the battlefield. They came like, they saw the beard, no shape up, and they saw the eyes, like they saw the blood on his face, the blood on his garment, the sword, and he had that zeal. And then David just turned around and they were like, you had the middle like, you know what I'm saying? You're like that. Go.
It's like you said no shape up.
That's a hard bid, man. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't even cold anyway.
Yeah, he wasn't cold or nothing. He was at the bear. He was putting the bear style. He came on the scene, grizzly bear, man. Just ran in, charged them, okay, like a straight up animal. Then they ran away. They were running. The scripture says he was pursuing them, meaning he was running from you. They were running away from him, and they were chasing them down. Him and his men. Okay. So a lot of the time, David probably didn't even need a sword. He was probably wrestling with the heathens, man, like he was doing with the bear. Because if you didn't fear bear and lion, what makes you think you're gonna fear man? If you don't fear a straight up grizzly bear, you ain't gonna fear no man on the back, no fucking heathen on the battlefield. You're gonna smack him. You're gonna floor him. And you're gonna kick him when he's down.
Right.
And then take up the sword and then thrust him through.